currently rereading it and you are like wanting to read, I would love it. Obviously not. This was actually Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have rebranded the channel a bit. I have changed the name from Sharoni Reads to Sharoni Core because I will be posting things other than books, like daily vlogs or weekly vlogs, or like skincare or traveling stuffs, everything which is related to me. This video is a book video, so I will be doing a bit of my old introduction, that is welcome to Sharoni Reads, where I don't read and just blabber. I have been planning to do this video for quite a long time and I was unable to do it because of certain circumstances, but now this is here. This is a video where I talk about 6 books specifically that I would sell my soul to read again for the first time. I won't be talking much about the blurb, probably a bit, but I will talk about my experience when I first read the book. So the first book is Midnight Library. I know I have talked about this book a lot. This was actually one of my first books that I read when I started like doing Bookstagram and BookTube. So this book was with me when I was extremely depressed and in a dark place. And this book helped me a lot. I always say that, like, the quotes and the lines in this book hit somewhere so close to home that I could not even put this book down. This book is, in short, about this girl, and she is depressed and she tries to take her own life, but ends up in this mysterious library, which is basically a place where you can decide your own life through the books that are in the library. And through those books, she realizes that even if she tries to live a life like she has dreamed of, it's not something that good as that of her own life. So that's how she realizes that her own life can also be fixed and it is not always necessary to think about the what ifs. Something that I realized through this book, and that's when my life turned on the brighter side and I started looking into things in a different perspective. So this book I highly recommend to people who love kind of a fictional kind of story that has literally no logic, but also like loves to get life lessons from those kind of books. This book is for them. Next is a book that I read last year, and this is The Right Move. I am also currently rereading it because that's how favorite this book is to me. So this is a rom-com and it's about Ryan and Indy. It's from the Windy City series by Liz Tomford, and this book is basically a rom-com between a sports person and a flight attendant. Like, she manages the flight of one of the hockey teams, but he is in the basketball team, I guess. So hence they both like stay together, like have to stay together under certain circumstances, and through that they fall in love. Now this book I mainly loved because of the way it was written. I really loved the character development in this book. Normally in rom-com books, when a person does a mistake, like one of the protagonists, in the end they like, there is no development. Like, you have to make a happy ending, so they just force the happy ending. But in this book, that's not the case. We see a massive character development from both sides, and I just love how both of them just help each other grow. So this girl is very like extroverted and she has never ever tried to like spend her time all by herself. She hates being alone, and so like through the book you realize that he is trying to make her enjoy her own time, and she is trying to make him enjoy time with friends. So that's how the thing goes, and it's a very beautiful book. I really love the rom-com part. I love the character development. I love the tidbits of the book and the tiny details. Like, this book is till date my top rom-com suggestion. Next, we dive into a bit of the detective genre, and this is Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. And this book I mainly loved because of the plot twist. The plot twist had me in shambles, literally. I never really realized that that could be a plot twist in her books. Like, this book I read in a very earlier phase of when I was reading her books. So this one was basically a bomb on my head, literally. I could never really understand how she did that, but she did it and she slayed it. When it comes to Agatha Christie's books, I have never been able to guess her plot twists or who the murderer is. But this one, just, I really never saw that coming, okay? Trust me. If you want a good plot twist and you want to start a detective book, then this is it. Next is this book, Kim Jeong, born 1982. It's a feminist fiction and it is about this girl, Kim Jeong, and her life story and how she struggled because she's a female in the male sectors. I normally don't read such books. I have never really tried reading these kind of books. I normally stick to the very highly fictional stuffs, but I really wanted to give this book a go and I am just in awe. I would really sell my soul to read this book again and experience this book for the first time, and how certain things just hit so hard that I almost cried. If you are someone who loves feminist fiction and you are like wanting to read something which is not that level strong or emotional but also very subtle and beautiful, then this is the book. Next is also a Agatha Christie book, this is And Then There Were None. We also have a BBC series of this book, as you can see from the cover, which I don't like because this looks very weird. It has a better cover which I did not know of when I bought it. So this book is about 10 people who go to this island and die, basically. But the plot twist is what just hooked me to this one. I really thought it was a horror book because all of them were dead. See, all of them were dead and I was like, what the heck, who is killing them? Because everyone is like suspicious of everyone else. So this is like that kind of book. If you want a bit of drama and you know everyone is suspecting the other person and you have literally no idea who is doing the murders, this book is it. This is not exactly a detective book. It is more of a thriller mystery. Hence, this book basically has no detective coming and rescuing them. You just watch 10 people get murdered. Next and lastly, not the least, we have Love Redesign. This is a very, very recent read. I literally read it a few months back. It's written by Laura Nasher. I thought I would love it, obviously. But then I was a bit skeptical because of the size. I would sell my soul to read this again for the first time. Really. Like, this is a book that like goes with the title of the video perfectly. This book has everything in it. It has enemies to lovers, it has ex-best friends to lovers, it has the close proximity, it has the one bed trope. This book has everything. This book literally has everything in it. And this also talks about a very social topic, which is infertility, I believe. And so this book has that sensitive kind of topics too. And I love how the topics have been engraved in the book and like they are not a bit weird. In this one, it's very subtle and you can understand that the person is in dilemma, but still the book goes on with such a good flow that it's like normal, like it's a normal happening. That's what they show in this book. So if you are someone who loved all of the things that I said a while ago, then you should read this book. Also, we have a very intelligent and independent female protagonist, which I love. I really love when the female protagonist is like, you know, independent and like doesn't want help and is very strong and is rich and is like. Thank you for watching this video. And so these are basically the 6 books that I would sell my soul to read again for the first time. And if you have such a book, then comment that below, and I would love to read that book if I have not read it yet. And other than that, I don't have a reading update basically, because I just finished few books and I am planning to read this one actually. I don't know, that's why I have the bookmark set on it, but I am not sure if I will be reading it for a bit of 1 or 2 weeks. I probably would read it 1 week later. But other than that, there is no reading update, but I do have a few reviews that I will be shooting in 2 or 3 days, and I might post that, which will come after this video probably. So that is it. I will be back with an exciting video next, so stay tuned. Subscribe, please. I need it.